we said we want to launch as friends and land as best friends, and I think we pulled that off.
All right, and you still are friends?
I mean, yes.
All right, we're going to go do a lot of technical problem solving on Artemis III, and then we're going to land on Artemis IV, and you will see the swell.
We're not just trying to get to the moon, the equator. We're trying to build the transportation infrastructure to be able to go there. We want to go to stay. So we need a logistics infrastructure that can support a long-duration stay on the surface.
There are 4 great people there.
Indeed.
They've made us very proud. The crew of Artemis II taking a victory lap. There's the shot in the Oval Office from yesterday. They visited President Trump there in D.C. And even made it down to the New York Stock Exchange today.
That's great.
Where our next guest had the honors of the opening bell. That's Jared Isaacman, NASA Administrator. He's here in studio.
Welcome.
Good day to you.
Great to be here.
Man, you got to be riding high, huh?
Oh, absolutely. It is so great. America is back in the business of sending astronauts to the moon again.
You know, it was a Friday evening, and I mean, tens of millions of people are watching this. I was thinking about myself being a kid, like in the backyard with the TV and the rabbit ears on the TV and everybody in the neighborhood gathering out and watching it. That was the exact same experience we had with you.
Yeah, well, it's great. I mean, that's exactly what we do, right? We undertake these great missions of science and discovery, but we can bring the world together and we can inspire the next generation. I mean, I can't imagine how many kids are going to dress up as astronauts for Halloween after seeing that Artemis II mission, hearing those 4 astronauts speak.
Yeah.
President Trump answered a question about the possibility of returning to the moon during his second term. Watch here.
Well, we have a shot at it. I mean, we don't like to say definitely because then you say, oh, we failed. Because I think we could say we're ahead of schedule. So we have a good shot. We've authorized it. And I think with this team and, you know, with Jared's done such an amazing job at NASA, I think we have a good shot, right? We'll see.
I mean, you certainly have done an amazing job. I wonder how you would talk to somebody like me who I'm not that into the space. I obviously admired the mission. It was great. But there are really important things that you learn about these missions that can help us here in the here and now. How would you answer that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, it is absolutely our destiny to go out and venture and explore across the last great frontier. And for the last 25 years, we've been doing some extraordinary things. We have kept human beings alive above us in low Earth orbit for 25 years. You're 25 years or younger in this world. You've never lived at a time where you didn't have an American astronaut orbiting above you. But I'll tell you, the next step is to go out further. It's to return to the moon. It's to pick up where Apollo 17 left off, not just for the flags and footprints. President Trump said, we are going back to stay to build a moon base. That is going to be a massive American outpost. I mean, for scientific purposes, all that we stand to learn there, economic potential, we could be building, the moon base could unlock a lunar economy, but it's going to be the technological proving ground on the South Pole, the water ice, to master the skills to where we go next, which is Mars.
So there are 2 races here, the Americans and the Chinese, essentially.
Yes, sir.
And there are other countries involved, too, but let's just talk about the 2. Your plan is to put man on the moon in 2028, 2 years from now.
Yes.
China's plan is to do it 2030, 4 years from now. Correct?
Well, they said actually before 2030. So I remind everybody, we are talking about a race now that'll come down to months, not years. Okay. It's why we got to get everything going. President Trump gave us a national space policy my first day on the job. We've modified our Artemis program, pulled in production, added missions so we can start launching moon rockets with frequency to guarantee we come in ahead of our rival.
My question is there room for 2 up there?
You know what? I think who wouldn't want to grow up into in a world where we have lots of space stations and we have outposts on the moon and the Chinese have and everybody else does? Competition is a great thing, helps motivate all of us, gets everybody's energy moving in the right direction. We don't want to come in second place.
The NASA budget cut for FY 2027 would receive $18.8 billion. That would be $5.6 billion less than at 2026 levels. That obviously still has to go through Congress. I don't think that'll probably actually happen. But even if you have a cut, can you do everything you want to do?
Well, absolutely, and I think it's very important. The president's budget request, people can't look at that in isolation. You have to take it in combination with the President Trump's Working Family Tax Cut Act. That was a $10 billion historic plus-up in NASA, the most significant investment in exploration since the Kennedy era. So you take the $10 billion plus-up that President Trump helped us achieve in the Working Family Tax Cut Act, 26 appropriations, 27 budget requests. We got all the resources needed to get back to the moon, build the base, and do all the other things.
So we're about to see the president. They're going to say ta-da to the king and queen in a moment here, so we might get interrupted.
Do you think they say ta-da?
At least they like to.
You keep saying that.
Well, I just thought it was a great line from earlier today. 10 years ago, when we were watching Elon Musk land rockets on barges in the Pacific Ocean, we're like, what in the heck is this? And he'd come out and he'd say, no, the thing would fall over, and he'd say, no, we learned so much. So I ask you, based on this last mission, what did you learn that was most important?
Well, I'll tell you what SpaceX does, what Elon does with their philosophy, their iterative design approach, fail fast, learn, inform the next mission. People are wowed by that. That's exactly what we did at NASA in the 1960s. We had Mercury before Gemini, Gemini before Apollo. We had rockets blow up. Absolutely. You go out, you get the data, use it to inform the next mission. What did we learn from this mission? We learned about the life support system, how we're keeping astronauts alive in a vehicle. Very different than going to low Earth orbit. We send them under 8.8 million pounds of thrust, farther out into space than ever before. It's a lot of energy to take out when they come back home, and it worked perfectly. We'll do the same thing in 2027, except that time we'll learn about our landers. We'll get good data to inform 2028 Artemis 4 when we put astronauts on the moon.
So you yourself, and I think that the success of this mission have been a big recruiting tool. And there's young people about to graduate from high school or college, or even younger people, as you say, ones who want to dress up as astronauts for Halloween. There's a lot of different ways to participate in the lunar economy, though. And I wonder what you would say to either those children or their parents as they try to guide. If you think you want to work in the industry, what should you study? What should you do?
Well, I'll tell you, and I tell this Congress all the time when they ask about STEM and everything, I said every dollar you give us, inherent in that, is inspiration and STEM education, whether it's our X-planes, our rockets that are flying, the moon base, the astronauts themselves. And if you're a child right now and inspired about what we do at NASA, you are growing up in the best time possibly imaginable, because it's not going to be just for the test pilots and the engineers. I mean, we are building an enduring presence on the moon. That's going to take skills from across so many different disciplines to maintain, a near self-sustaining
Well, for example,
base.
can I compliment? I think that your social media during the launch, it was incredible.
Yes.
So let's say that you want to do PR, social media communications. There's a lot of ways to participate, but it was excellent.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt. I mean, the comms team at NASA is doing a fantastic job. We have such great material to work with. The whole universe is available to us.
I think NASA is the most bipartisan thing in America today. You've got 75% of Americans surveyed that they take great pride in what you're doing. How's that feel?
Well, it's absolutely a great thing. I mean, who doesn't, when they were a child, look up at the night sky and imagine the possibilities? And then there's no doubt. I mean, it's great to have the support of everybody. Great when you have 4 amazing human beings like those astronauts that get the world to pause and just think about what we can achieve as a nation, as humankind again. It was a very special moment.
And they're great ambassadors post-mission.
Yes.
Don't be a stranger.
Absolutely.
Great
Thank
to
you very
have
much.
you,
Thanks for
and
covering.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.